Hi, and welcome to Math 850 video about project number 1, a restaurant analysis. So the purpose of this video is to sort of give an overview and teach about some things in Excel that you'll need to do to complete this assignment. So the first thing you want to do is go to Canvas, go to our page, and it's actually part of Unit 2. It occurs right after we finish the bar charts lesson. And click this assignment, Project 1, Restaurant Analysis. And it tells you here what you want to do. We're going to pick a restaurant or fast food place and now analyze some things and decide what would happen if we ate out for a whole year at the same place. To complete the assignment, you're going to download the project worksheet and complete it and upload it here to Canvas. For grading, it's a little different. So this project's going to be graded pass, fail. So it's all or nothing. If you pass, you're in all the points, the 100, and if you fail, you're going to get a 0. However, I'll give you feedback. If you get a 0, you get feedback about what you need to do to fix it, and you can turn it in again and again, unlimited times. So I'm hoping you keep trying until you learn this stuff and it's good. To pass, this is what I'm going to be looking for, that you made an honest effort on the entire project, and I'll be checking your math on some of these problems. And there's a couple places where you're going to have some plots, and they need good labels and stuff. That's part 1. Part 2 is you're going to actually be making a video. We'll cover that later. So what you want to do is click this arrow, and you want to click download. And once it downloads, you're going to open it up. I'd recommend saving it somewhere else besides your downloads folder. You'll click enable editing and start filling it out. So from here on out, I'm going to walk you through a few of the Excel related tasks, since you might not know how to do it. So you'll just start filling it out. Part 1, you're going to pick a restaurant and search for nutrition facts. So go to the internet. I'm going to pick Olive Garden. And one thing to note, sometimes if you go to the place, I noticed this with Olive Garden, when I click the menu here, it basically takes me to an ordering type of a screen. And if I go back to the Word document, what I'm looking for is to pick 10 menu items and note down the information, the nutrition information: calories, fat, sodium, carbs, protein, and then we'll calculate the mean and median. We'll get to that later. So I noticed on a couple of these that I tried out, if I just click menu, for example, Olive Garden here, I'm seeing calories, and if I click one of the items, it's like I'm wanting me to order. And the information's not easily available. Even if I click nutritional info, it doesn't have all of the stuff. So what I found is if you go back to your search engine and do something like nutrition facts or nutrition information, that you can get to a link. You probably could have got there through Olive Garden directly, and you don't have to do Olive Garden. I just like the Olive Garden, that's why I'm choosing it. And now I'm in a different place, and if I scroll down, I can find a link. So most restaurants have something like this. This is what you're looking for. And now it's easy. Now this task is easy. I can just pick some items that I like off of here, and it has all of the fields, columns that I want, that the project's asking for, even more, like sugar. This has sugar, and the project isn't asking for sugar. But anyways, calories, I can go and say I pick calamari. It has 670 calories and 42 grams of fat. So I put 42 there. And sodium, 1600 milligrams of sodium, so I'd put 1600 there, etc. So you picked any 10 menu items you want, just record the information. And then once you have that, you should delete out this example one. It's not part of your data. And then you can copy and paste this into a spreadsheet program like Excel or Google Sheets. And I'm just going to make up some numbers here. Suppose this was my numbers. It's obviously made up, but what you want to do in Excel is in a blank cell like this one next to medium, you're going to type equals. There's a couple ways to do this, but you can type equals and start typing the word average and then a parenthesis. And it wants to know what numbers am I taking the average of. So I told you to delete this line out, so let's do that first. Okay, let's do it again. Equals average. And then I'm going to click and hold the click down and drag over the numbers that I wanted to take the average of. And then I'm just going to hit enter. So the average of these is 555. And then if you see there's a little green box, and when I hover it over, I get a solid plus sign. If I click right now and drag to the right, it's going to extend this formula across and adjust it for columns. So this is the mean calories. This is the mean of the fat numbers I put in. And this one is saying divide by 0 because there's no data. But if I started putting in some numbers, then it's calculating. And then for median, you're going to put equals again and type the word median and a parentheses, open parentheses, and then drag through the numbers. Don't select the mean in this calculation, just the entrees that you chose, and hit enter. And just by chance it's the same. Well, it's not by chance, it's because of the way I entered the numbers. And then we can click that little green box and drag to the right, get the median of each of these columns. So if I double click this one, I can see it's calculating the median of these columns, or these cells. Okay, and then you could get these numbers and take them back to the project over here. This one's a subjective question. I'm going to go through, skip over some of this just to show you the Excel skills you need. You'd pick a menu item and calculate how much for the calories, or yeah, for how much fat, protein, and carbs it is. Figure out how many calories that equates to using this same, follow this pattern right here. And you're basically finding what percent of the calories are fat, what percent are protein, and what percent are carbohydrates. So for the chicken marsala example, there was 58 grams of fat, and we take 58 times this number 9 to get 522 calories are from fat. And we did each one, and we found out the total calories by adding these up. And then we're finding the percent. So 522 of the 950 calories are from fat, which is 50.55, which is 55%. So you do that manually, and then you're going to take this information and put it in. For part B here, we're trying to make a pie chart. So you're going to copy this table, and like before, you should delete this chicken marsala row before you do this. Let's just go to a new tab in Excel here. And if you deleted it before you pasted, it would look like this. And let's just get those same numbers. Numbers 14. Oops. So if you read part B, it says use a spreadsheet to create a pie chart using the first column, the names with the fat, protein, carb, and the last column, the percentages. So there's two ways to do this. You can click this and then like hold Control and select this, and then insert recommended charts, and it's going to go off the two columns I have selected, and it already knows I want a pie chart. That's the most appropriate way it thinks to display this data. Okay, I'm going to delete that. If you're not comfortable doing this multi-column selection, you can just select the other columns and delete them. And then do this. Let's delete this weird column, row 2. And then just select the whole table. So we just want these 3 categories and the percentages. And then we're going to go insert. And if you know you want a pie chart, you could actually click here. But Excel's sometimes really good at figuring out what you're trying to do. So if you click recommended charts in this case, we're good, and we can double click it. And then you can customize it. You can change the colors. I do want to see the percentages on the plot. So the easiest way to do that is just choose a different style that has it. So for example, this one, or that one is kind of ugly though. I think it's better with colors. Or this one with percentages. Or if you like this one where it puts the percentages outside of the plot. That's totally up to you. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like that one. And then once you're happy with it over here, you can select it like I have and hit Control C or right click copy. And then I would come over here and delete this one that's for the example. Paste in mine. So something's weird. There's a little blue box. I wonder why that's there. Anyways, make it. That was weird. I change the colors too. So that's how you do that. Next on, you're going to go calculate the number of servings. So follow the pattern in the table and delete the chicken marsala row. Then you're going to eat out for a whole day. And they can be different places. It's more fun if you do 3 different places. So pretend you're going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're going to go crazy, have fun with this, and pick some items. The spacing got messed up here. Pick some items from different restaurants, and then go to their nutrition, and for all the items you pick, like your meal, drinks, desserts, side dishes, whatever, you're going to just tally it all up in this table. And then we're going to decide how healthy is your meals for the day. So according to this source, this is sort of like your recommended daily amounts for these different things: 2,000 calories, 20 grams of fat. And what we want to do basically is create a side-by-side bar plot to show recommended values versus your eating out day values. And in my example, I ate all my meals at Olive Garden, which is not a good idea, but so you would, from this table where you totaled up your calories for the day down here, you'd put that here. And let's suppose it was 3,500. That's how many calories you would eat in your eating out day. And then your recommended daily amount, you would calculate like this. I ate 3,500 calories when I was wanting to eat 2,000, and then times by 100. So actually, I'm at 175%. And let's just do one more. Suppose my saturated fat was 77 grams. And I'm supposed to have 20, then I'm going to do 77 divided by 20, multiply by 100. So I'm at 385% of my saturated fats for the day. I'm way over. And then to calculate your the way this flows, you're going to calculate each of these and then copy down those same percents over here. And to get your bar plot like this, you would, let's just fill it out, put some more values in it. I'm just making numbers up. You would actually have calculated this. Let's say you had a lot of fat and a lot of cholesterol and a lot of protein. Let's say for 22. And for some reason we went under on fiber. Let's go under on cholesterol too. And then you would copy and paste this table into Excel or Google Sheets or whatever. And you're going to just select all of it basically, insert recommended charts. And here we have a side-by-side bar plot that's horizontal, which I don't really like, but you could do it. Or we can go insert recommended charts. And if you look on here, there's a vertical one, which I think is a lot better personally. And so, yeah, that was that pretty easy. So it has, for each of these categories, it took this value and made it the blue bar, and it took this value and made the orange bar. Something went weird. Oh, I wasn't supposed to put the percent. I'm supposed to put the the actual numbers. So for this column, if I read the instructions, I would know that. Copy the eating out day numbers. That's these numbers. Okay. So let's fix that over here too. If I fix it over here, we'll fix it. So I had 3,500 calories and 77 grams of fat. And then you can make this look as good as you want. Give it a good title that describes what's going on. You can make it bigger. If you wanted to add axis titles, that's a good idea. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want it to have a black background. It's totally up to you, but it should have a title, and then you're gonna put it in. Well, so a good title would be something like my eating out day versus recommended day. Something like that, and then we're gonna click here on the plot and hit copy. Go back over here, delete this one, and paste. I hit Control V, but it's just paste, like we have paste up here too. Okay. And that's it for this video, I think. The rest of it's just calculations that you should be able to do. Yeah. So once you get all this done, you're gonna save it and upload it into Canvas. All right, I hope that was helpful.